We're brought to you today by MarketMoversApp.com by Sports Card Investor. We want you to save 20% at MarketMoversApp.com. It's the best place to track the data of your entire collection. We use it to understand the historical pricing in terms of sailed comps from all of the cards. There are about 100,000 cards in the database at MarketMoversApp.com. If you use the promo code NOOFFSEASON, all lowercase, you can save 20%. It helps you learn who to buy low and when to sell them high. So the number one reason why I think it's a good strategy is because you don't have to get RPAs graded. You're getting the rookie patch autograph, which means that you do not have to grade these cards for them to rise in price. Now, there's historical evidence of this. You can go into MarketMoversApp.com. You can go to Sports Card Investor. You can even go to eBay and just see past sales of RPAs. And you can see that guys who have outperformed their expectations, their card prices have surged. And not only just their base rookie cards, but their RPAs truly surge. Now, the tricky part of this strategy, though, is finding affordable rookie patch autographs, because if you go to football, basketball, or baseball, especially basketball, anyone who's had any hype around them at all, any of their RPAs in a pro jersey are typically going to be around $100 to $200, and that's high risk. That's super high risk to try and prospect on a guy and hope that they outperform their expectations, right? So let me explain how to me, this is a lot different than the graded strategy. So on the graded strategy, basically all you really need to do is pick the high-performing guys already, get their cards graded, and you've increased the value of the card with the grade, right? But if the grade is not a 10, then you really haven't increased the value of the card, especially since the cost of grading has gone up a lot since last year at this time. With this strategy, it's a little bit riskier. The risk is not the grading, but the risk is, are you right about the player? Can you make predictions about the player? So this is actually more like sports gambling or prop betting than the graded card strategy. I wish that the graded card strategy is foolproof, but it's not. It's just like anything else. You have to be good at something to make money at it. And so what I'm banking on moving forward is my ability to predict the outcomes of players outperforming their expectations, players who will have good situations, players who will be on winning teams, and players who will generate hype. So let's jump into some of the NFL guys that I've targeted, how I've done so far, and what my learnings are from this. Now, I've only been doing this for a couple of months, so I'm still learning as well, but I want to share that with you. One guy that I've talked about on the show, and you can see here, is Kenneth Gainwell. He was a 4th-round pick out of Memphis, and he actually led the country in total yards from scrimmage last year in college. He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles have already gotten him involved quite a bit. The research that I've done around Kenneth Gainwell is that he's a Danny Woodhead type guy that the coaching staff likes, and the coaching staff in Philly and the front office in Philly actually has some experience drafting guys like Danny Woodhead and actually signing and coaching Danny Woodhead himself. So if you're a fantasy football person, you know Danny Woodhead. He was the back for the San Diego Chargers and then the New England Patriots. He's a 3rd down back, but I mean, he really racked up the fantasy points. And if you do some research and read some articles, you'll see that the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff thinks that Kenneth Gainwell can be the Danny Woodhead. And so if he does, in fact, materialize into a Danny Woodhead type player on a young, exciting team like the Philadelphia Eagles, in a market that is truly going to explode if the Philadelphia Eagles ever win games, win divisions, win playoff games, get to the playoffs, then Kenneth Gainwell's RPAs could skyrocket. And so I've taken a risk. I've spent a little bit of money on Kenneth Gainwell. You can see here there's a $17 RPA certified freshman fabric, numbered to 199, a Panini Black that I bought for $25. There's a few more. I bought for $23.76. Now, these prices include all in. They include shipping and tax. Now, so Kenny Gainwell, targeting as a guy that I don't want to take a lot of monetary risk on. I'm willing to take some bets on him because I believe in him as a player, but I don't know how certain I am. I'm certain that his cards will rise in value, but I don't want to pay a lot of money for them. And I've already sold one of them, okay? So the one that I sold was the Panini Black rookie patch auto. Learning coming from this is that the Panini Black brand is a much more desirable brand. It's actually, I think, a much better looking card. I don't hate the certified freshman fabric cards. They have some great multiple color swatch RPAs, but Panini Black is a much better looking card in my opinion. And so I think that that's maybe why it sells better. Also numbered to lower numbers. I think a lot of the rookie patch autos in the certified freshman fabric category are numbered to 199 or even 499, and so there's just more of them. And so the Panini Black rookie patch auto numbered to 99 for Kenneth Gainwell actually sold for $30 plus shipping. So overall, all in, that was a $12 profit. So I did profit $12 on a Kenny Gainwell flip. I was pretty excited about that, and I still have the $17 certified, the $24.69 certified, and the second $17 certified two-color rookie patch auto for Kenny Gainwell. So the risk, though, is that Gainwell is in a crowded situation in Philly as a playmaker. They've got a lot of playmakers. Miles Sanders is the lead back. Jalen Hurts is actually kind of the lead rusher, as many of you may know about the Philly situation. So Kenny Gainwell is definitely a flyer. Murph, in an earlier episode, thought that he was not as deep of a sleeper as I thought. So that actually made me feel good because Murph's a pretty good scout of talent. So not a huge risk in Kenny Gainwell. I'm already profited $12 on him, and I have 34. So if you do the math, $34 plus $24 is $58. Minus 12 is 46. So if I make $7 profit on each of the next two Kenny Gainwell purchases, I will totally break even. So I'm hoping that, that's going to be easy to do. But we'll see. It'll be up to, really, at this point, it's up to Kenny Gainwell because I haven't invested money in grading, and Kenny Gainwell's cards will go up if he scores touchdowns, if he scores 2-point conversions, if he's electric on the field, getting a lot of receptions, and if the Eagles win games. So if I'm not right about Kenny Gainwell this season, I'm basically holding over, 50-some dollars invested still into Gainwell heading into next season, and maybe he can be a player that explodes at some point in his career. All it really takes is one game, which leads me to my next guy that I want to talk about, which is Cadarius Tony. I was able to find, I paid a little bit more than my $50, I put a $50 NFL RPA budget on, and I paid a few dollars over my $50 budget. So I paid a total, all in, including shipping and sales tax in this particular case, $59.37 on a Cadarius Tony Panini Black RPA numbered to 199. I just really like the look of the card, and he's a first-round draft pick this year for the New York Giants, so he kind of fit the profile of what I like, which is a large market team, an electric player at the wide receiver position, which is a little bit more flashy than the running back position in the hobby, and went in on Cadarius Tony for my largest RPA single purchase of $59.37. I was graced with a huge week by Cadarius Tony. I think he had something like 10 catches for almost 200 yards in his second NFL game, and I listed it for sale right after that, and it went up for auction. A lot of interest in the auction. I believe I set the starting price at $29.99 because I wanted to get it close to the $59 level at just, at least one bid. I didn't want to be too far underwater. And that card sold for $100. So I essentially almost doubled my money on that Cadarius Tony card. And again, the proof is in the data that it only takes one big game with these rookies for their RPA prices to skyrocket. And so again, it's different than the grading play because had I had these cards graded, I'd still be waiting to get them back. Cadarius Tony has since gotten injured, and who knows the status of his upcoming week-by-week status. And so because Cadarius Tony has gotten injured, there's no way that his card would go for $100 today. It went for $100 last week, and I got the money in my bank account already. So I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully you found this information useful. And again, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's show, Market Movers app by Sports Card Investor. Please go there and save 20% on marketmoversapp.com by using the promo code, all lowercase, no offseason. Go to marketmoversapp.com and save 20% using the promo code, no offseason, all lowercase. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. I am Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. This has been the Sports Card Strategy Show. I want you to have a great day.